Are you reading that adjacent to what you're working on, or are you just
somewhat,
reading it
yes.
for fun?
Well, a little bit of both, I have to admit. McPherson's account of the escape of the Alabama, which I read 20 plus years ago in his Battle Cry of Freedom, was what got me intrigued with the story in the first place. He deals with it in this book very peripherally. His real concentration is on another of my kind of favorite parts of the war, which is the river warfare, the river gunboats and the various missions up and down the bayous and things like that. And that's a really underreported and underappreciated part of the war in the West. It was mostly small unit actions against guerrillas on the river. It got very nasty. Okay. So it's an interesting read. I'm enjoying it, but it's not something I would recommend for a wide
everyone,
audience. Yeah. This is a book that's very focused on a very narrow slice of what happened during the Civil War, and guys like me probably appreciate it, but most people won't. Of course, I have this dream of finishing my current one and then somehow transitioning into a series that would sort of be Horatio Hornblower on the Mississippi.
Interesting. All right. Okay. So speaking of the current, how's the writing going?
I'd love to say it's moving right along, and it's kind of bogged down.
Okay.
It has more to do with trying to figure out what to do with my characters in a phase where not many important activities are going on, which is good because I can make it up. I'm trying to bring in a little bit more personal characterization. Mm-hmm. And this is the opportunity to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's been a bit of a slog.
Yeah, I actually have been working on my work in progress. But I haven't been able to spend as much time as I'd like. I did have a lot of book coaching clients that I was working with recently that kind of kept me busy. But now things are slowing down toward the end of the year, which is a bit by plan. And so I'll be spending some time, I'll be traveling for a couple of weeks, the end of October, the beginning of November. So I intend to be holed up in my hotel room a bit and do some writing. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I have had a very busy month with work. And yeah. I've, for a variety of reasons, gotten a lot of night calls. And I'm getting too old for that. I'm sorry to say. I can't take a 2-hour nap and bounce back anymore.
Not like it used to be, huh?
So I will go home and say, okay, I'm off. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to knock this chapter out. And I'll sit there and stare at the computer screen for an hour and, write a couple of paragraphs. So
yeah, I was saying to somebody the other day, it's not like when we were in our 20s and we used to drink all night and then go put on our, uniforms and stand at attention and not puke on anybody's shoes and be proud of the fact that we didn't actually puke on the captain's shoes and, and then go on with our day. But now I stay up till, midnight, 1 o'clock, and I don't even drink and I can't function in the morning. So
yeah, I'm down for the count around 9:30 these days. It's really sad.
Yeah, well, it's just another phase of life. It's part of that circle of life.
So I've got some ideas. And unfortunately, I've gotten seized by a desire to go back to the Magic Law universe.
Oh, goody.
And start aluminum.
So I wonder...
But I can't let myself do that until I get this...
Can't or won't?
Won't.
Okay.
I'm trying to be disciplined here. I actually picked up and started reading again my start on the 3rd book in the Prophet series. I said, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
That's a good
I
thing.
can make some changes here,
Yeah.
and this is actually not bad.
That's a good thing if you go back and it's not as bad as you thought it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
And then there's I think I might have mentioned a project that I had in mind that it's a science fiction, adventure thing, but the whole purpose of it is to explore the idea of whether or not an android that downloads the entire personality and experience of a human is human. Through the lens of the android regretting actions that he took in his life and wanting absolution from a priest whose
That's very existential.
doctrine says, no, you don't have a soul, you're a creation.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of back and forth between the two of them. It gets a little philosophical and existential. But,
Yeah, that sounds like it.
and combining that with an action story can be a little bit difficult.
It's just a matter of, making sure that you layer it in right. I mean, come on, you could do that.
It's something I started. I quit it because a lot of variety of reasons, but
Well, sometimes we're just not ready to write that book.
right. And I think that's what it is. I have this idea, but it's starting to sound too much like other people's stuff. And it's like, no, I need to just put it aside. I'll come back to it.
Well, I have, so Dating and Demons is the work in progress. It'll be a sequel to Collars and Curses. And I have made some progress, albeit slow progress, small amounts of progress. And then I have an idea of course I have an idea for something completely different. I have an idea.
And now for something completely
Right. So I have an idea I have these characters in my head and the setting and the story problem for a graphic novel. I just think it'll make a better graphic novel than it would anything else. It just lends itself to that. But the challenge for me is that I've never written a script for a graphic novel. I know what goes into it, but it's a whole nother format and I haven't done it before. And I'll be honest with you, that's probably one of the reasons I want to do it, because I have never done it. Because I've been all over the map. And so that is something I'm playing with, but it's still in the initial development planning stages. So it hasn't really gotten anywhere.
I've never even thought about doing that. And when I have thought about it, it seemed to me a little like screenplay writing.
It is. It's very much like that.
Which is a thing that I explored for a while and decided this isn't for me.
It's actually more like scripting and storyboarding combined is what I'm seeing the methodology is for submission, because it would have to go out through traditional query trenching my way into submission. But so the format is a little bit of a combo. It's more screenwriting married to storyboarding. So you get a script and the script is storyboarded. So yeah, it's very, so it's panels rather. It's more like comic books, panels rather than, scenes in a film. So it'll be interesting. We'll see if it comes to fruition. If not, at least I've played with it and maybe it'll be something else. I don't know. But right now I'm having fun letting it bounce around in my brain, which is,
That's always fun.
it's a big part of the fun, right? That's why.
That part is fun. The part about actually putting it down and writing it is where it gets hard.
Yeah, it does. So, but I want to circle back really quick here because for just a moment, because you said you were thinking about Platinum Magic. I'm wondering if the fact that Silver Magic is due out before the end of the year has anything to do with that motivation to want to circle back.
Yes, it has. And so after seeing the preliminary artwork and writing some of the front and back cover material and realizing that I left my characters for once in my life in a cliffhanger, which I almost never do.
I don't know.
It's not really a
cliffhanger because the book has an arc.
Yes.
But yes,
I left them in a place where you're not going to be happy until you find out what happened.
It doesn't suit all my books are standalones anymore because you really need that next book after you've read Silver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping now. My goal, personally set, is to finish Proud Waves by the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm at around 85,000 words. I'm guessing it's going to come in at 110.
Which is about right for historical.
I think I can do it. One of the things that is both easy and hard is that I have a very specific script I have to fit. Because this is historical.
Right.
Well, the problem is knowing where to end it.
Okay, yeah.
Because events go on for the rest of the war.
Right. And you're just telling...
And I'm just telling this story.
Right.
I can end it...